if you were talking to, a funder or a potential funder, a sponsor overseas, and trying to, I suppose, convey the importance of the work you're doing and working with these farming communities and being their voice ultimately, which is kind of what you are when you're doing that. What messages would you give? What would you explain in terms of being able to say to those funders, we need support? What are the kind of ways you'd explain what's needed and why it's needed and how important it is for these communities?
I would say my story. I mean, there's no one better to tell my story than me. So, just to give you a brief background, where I grew up in a farm. So, my dad used to plant a lot of trees on the background. So, our homestead used to have a lot of trees, and I sort of grew up in some place, but it was somewhat semi-arid. But then eventually we moved. So when we shifted to another county, well, it was a little bit different because now we came from a place where there are lots of trees to a place where there are large tracts of land but no trees. So
Yeah.
obviously you feel the difference. Yeah. So later, when I went to campus and I got the opportunity to pursue this course, then I may not have realized it back then. But then, when later you pursue this course, that's when you realize how important it is because you get to compare it to your environment. So, what I usually do is I tell my story.